Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Divine Truth Tarot. I'm feeling pretty mellow tonight after a very exciting and eventful few days energetically. I actually went to my chiropractor this morning and it was the best thing I could have done. It was like an emotional release. He does this thing called ART, active release technique, and it was amazing. So released a lot in my neck, my shoulders, and my jaw. And I wanted to give you guys a little check-in. So let me know how you guys are feeling in the comments below. The energy from the Libra full moon should be subsided by now, and we should be feeling a little bit more mellow collectively. At least that's what I'm picking up. For anyone who's wanting a personal reading, you can reach out to me at the email listed in the description box below each video. I also offer true purpose coaching sessions. I've been coaching corporations for the past 6 years and individuals for the past 3 years. And I can tell you more information about that in the emails that we exchange. And a few of you have also asked, and some wonderful viewers have already gifted me from my Amazon wish list. So if you would like to gift the channel, it's all tarot cards, just tarot decks that I would love to have for the channel. That's also in the description box below. I thank you guys for all of your support. And if you're new here, please have a look around and please join this beautiful community of supportive souls. So let's get started, guys. Let's see what's going on. I'm starting today. I was really called to check in with the Earth Magic deck by Stephen Farmer, and we're going to check out the masculine and feminine energies and just what energies they're kind of hanging out in today. I don't have an actual direction per se for this reading. I was just called to do a reading. Interesting. So what I'm seeing is repetitive cycles coming up in my readings, which I like to see because that's confirmation and validation that the energies are most definitely accurate. So checking in with the divine masculine energies, I had already pre-shuffled these cards just in case you guys were wondering, just to save time. But we have the wolf again. We have the wolf instinct and we have childhood innocence. So this is the Six of Cups to me. And the wolf instinct is kind of similar to the strength card in the traditional tarot, but not necessarily. So, or even the magician card, intuition. But let's start off with the wolf card. So this is the energy that the masculines are embodying. And I really like this because it's telling us that the masculines are embodying their intuition. So during this time, this global retreat, let's call it, this sacred pause that we're experiencing on the planet, the masculines are being forced to go within and they're being forced to slow down from their very hectic and crazy, busy lives. All of the masculines that I've heard of from other divine feminine friends or from clients or from viewers is that the masculines tend to be go, 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 and they don't know when to stop. And the reason for that is that they're running from themselves in many ways, just like the feminine did, you know, before her dark night of the soul and before her awakening. So the masculines have been running from themselves and using various sorts of distractions like addictions, like alcohol, like work, like just staying busy, just always having to be busy and not really knowing how to slow down. Now, I want to say something about this because it's very easy for the ego mind to run away with this and say, but Sarah, you know, he's choosing this. And I've even said that myself. And that's, of course, my ego mind talking. And what's really happening there, if we dig deeper and we connect on a soul level, is that the masculines are really feeling like the masculines are being mind controlled. And I know that sounds a little scary, and I even hesitated to say it, but they're being controlled in the sense that they don't even know why they do half the things they do or why they say half the things they say. You know, they'll say something to you or they'll do something and then later on go, what was I thinking? I don't even know why I said that. I don't even mean that. That's not how I feel. That's not what I wanted to do at all. I didn't want to upset her, because they don't want to upset us, but yet they trigger us. So in a sense, we come into each other's lives to trigger the hell out of each other in order for each of us to grow individually. As we know, this isn't a typical 3D relationship. It's not, we don't meet, fall in love, get married, have babies. We meet, fall in love, you know, instantly, trigger each other some more, and trigger each other all the way home. And we have obstacles and bumps in the road, and karmic partners and karmic addictions and distractions and, culture differences, religious differences, so many sexual orientation, all of these factors that were designed to be exactly as they are, because the truth is our souls chose this path before we came into this incarnation. So that's something we really need to keep in mind, is that we did choose this. We chose our twin to be exactly as they are, and we chose this path to be exactly as it is. And of course, we chose ourselves in this body to be exactly as it is, imperfections and all. So that's something that, I don't know, I just got carried away on that tangent, but obviously it was important. And when I'm channeling information, it just needs to be spoken. So there it is. So there you have it. So the masculines have been mind controlled for quite some time, stuck in the 3D matrix. So they are learning to trust their instincts. They are learning to be the lone wolf. And that's how they're feeling right now. They're feeling like the lone wolf in this situation at home, especially if they're stuck with a karmic partner. And even if they're not, they're just kind of self-isolating and feeling as though they are really detached from everything. It's necessary. This time is necessary for them to go within in order to realize what's really important, who they want to be, how they want to live their lives, and to really detach from the 3D material world and matrix, and to unplug from the matrix. And so to detach from that mind control that's been controlling them for lifetimes. And they're really starting to trust their own instinct and intuition when they're making decisions. They're no longer doubting themselves like they were even just a few months ago, back at the end of 2019. So I really love seeing this card for the masculines. And then we also have childhood innocence in their energy field. So, again, this really reminds me of the Six of Cups. And of course, the cups is water energy. Scorpio, I almost said I wanted to combine Scorpio and Pisces. So my brain thinks faster than my mouth can speak. So anyway, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy. But very emotional energy. This is really them healing childhood wounds, and also just the innocence of this bond and this connection. And they're remembering those playful times that they've had with their divine feminine. And they're really desiring that, because they don't have that kind of playfulness in the current situation that they're in. And if they're in a partnership, they don't have that. It's non-existent. Like I've said before, love left the building. True love left the building a long time ago, or it was never really there. So there may be a brother-sisterly love, which sounds odd, but there may be that kind of love that, well, this is the mother or father of my children. There may be, a friendship kind of a love, but there isn't a passionate bond or love at all. And so what they have with the feminine is just, it comes naturally, and it's just beautiful. And they're remembering that energy of the times that they shared with you. So let's find out what energy the feminine is in. Really beautiful energies for the masculine. Okay, thank you. Let's get one more card. Let's see what that is. Milky Way perspective. Feminine, you are gaining perspective on this journey. You're gaining perspective on your own thoughts, I'm hearing. Your own thought patterns and your belief systems. You're also gaining perspective on how you're viewing your connection. So you're starting to step away from the 3D and starting to realize that the 3D is not the truth. This 3D is just a ton of shadows and illusions. And the 3D is serving a purpose, but you're realizing that the 3D isn't really an accurate sense of how to gauge the temperature of your connection. Okay, thank you. So ancestors, that's come up for the feminines and masculines also in recent readings. So yeah, so let's take a look at the Milky Way card. So perspective. So feminines, you are in this process of digging deep. So while the masculines are learning to trust their instinct and intuition, and they're learning to sharpen those skills, the feminine's over here hanging out. And I think this really beautifully matches the masculine's energy. I really like this. So it's a little bit of mirroring. Even the colors are similar in these cards. There's a little bit of mirroring going on, but there's also a difference. So, hey, Frankie. Yeah, did you say hi to everyone? It's my kitty. So while the masculines are sharpening their intuition and honing that skill set. The feminines are over here kind of sitting back, maybe doing a lot of meditating. I'm hearing meditative walking, meditative dancing as well, or singing. And a lot of you are also doing some clearing work in the shower, so, or maybe salt baths, but really using water to clear away and cleanse. No, Franklin. And so the perspective is being gained in those quiet moments where you're realizing that if you focus on the 3D, you get more of the 3D, right? If we get more of what we don't want. So that which we focus on expands. When you focus on the reality and you drop into your heart space and you go deeper, right? Deeper into this connection, and you remember that this is your partner for lifetimes and lifetimes, and you realize that the karmic partner is a teacher and the karmic partner is serving a purpose or has served a purpose, and you're realizing that everything is happening exactly as it should, and that there's divine orchestration, there's a divine dance in all of this, and that your soul chose this, you start to understand the power and the strength of this connection in such a significant way that it's really, really a powerful choice that the feminine is making right now to detach from the 3D. So continue doing that, feminine. It's a great job, fantastic job on doing that. We also have the Ancestors card, one of my favorites, because this to me is letting you know that your ancestors are with you and that your ancestors are guiding the path home. They're with you in dream state, they're with you in the 5D, and they're surrounding you always. You know, about 3.5 years ago, I took a journey across the country in the middle of winter. Those of you who followed my old channel know this story, but I was on this path and this journey, and I knew the entire time that I was protected. It was so crazy, but I could literally feel the angels surrounding my vehicle because I went through some snowstorms. I went through some heavy snow and some heavy winds. I was traveling in the month of January and early February, and it was really not the most supportive weather conditions, I should say. And I felt, not only in the 3D was I supported by my friends and amazing family, but I was also supported by my ancestors and my angels. And I just knew. That's when I really started to connect to Archangel Michael for protection. And I knew that I was being protected the entire way. So feminines, you're being protected. The ancestors are protecting you. They're protecting your soul's path. They're protecting your journey with your twin flame. And they just want you to know that they've never left your side. There might also be a message in there with the Ancestors card for a specific people or a specific person that a loved one that has passed over is wanting to communicate with you. So I'm hearing that pretty strongly. Beautiful. So I'm checking in now with the joint energies of the connection. And we have Shaman. Beautiful. These are beautiful cards. I have a very impatient cat right now. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I don't know if it picks up because I have my microphone on, but he's not thrilled to be inside. Okay, so let's do one more card. Can we please have one more card for the connection? Interesting. Yeah, okay. So let's start off. We have Green Mantis energy and we have Shaman, ancient healing wisdom. So we have a beautiful Native American man who has this wisdom in his eyes, this softness, this gentleness, and this powerful wisdom. And I love that there's this play. Whenever you see a picture of a shaman, there's this play between power and gentleness. And they know how to beautifully balance the two energies. And so this man has been through a lot. And divine feminines, divine masculines, remember this is joint energy, so both of you have been through a lot in this lifetime. But both of you are healing. There's just so much healing going on right now behind the scenes. And, with the feminines getting the Ancestors card and then the shaman coming up for the joint energy, right, for the connection, I'm really feeling that it would be really wise right now, feminines and masculines watching, to connect to your ancestors in meditation. You may want to do past life regression. You may just want to do a meditation of your choice that you feel connects you deeply to who you truly are as a soul, not as a human being in the flesh. Excuse me. And I'm really feeling like this would help you release some fears and release any doubts that are going on with a connection. There's so many of you who are emailing me right now or commenting that you're in separation, and we're in separation for a reason. There's a divine reason for that. We are meant to be connecting within right now, and we are both meant to be connecting with our spiritual guides. So there's deeper lessons in this separation than we can see with our own two eyes and that the ego can comprehend. So the next card we have for the joint energy is Green Man Synergy. And I'm actually going to take a look at the book for this. But synergy to me says that you two are working together very beautifully. Green Man is Earth's vegetation personified. Although he has many variations, this card depicts a more subtle and embedded representation. In other portrayals, he resembles the face of a man covered in green foliage as branches and vines sprout from every direction. There exists some form of Green Man throughout history and in a myriad of cultures throughout the world, often a symbol for the rebirth of life in springtime, and we are in springtime. He's also been associated with the Lord of the Wildwood. So you have the advantage of an incredible synergy at this time. A flow of life is guiding you where things just seem to fall into place as you move about your business. You are in a mutually cooperative interaction with spirit as your will is aligned with the will of spirit. And your mission, sorry for that, and your mission is congruent with your sense of purpose. When this is happening, there is a synergy, a way that your life force is continually coming into balance with the forces of nature. There is also a synergy between your spiritual awareness and your personal self or ego. Know that your higher self is always looking out for your best interests. This is beautiful. So for both twins are really being guided by their higher self. Beautiful, beautiful energy. But I also feel, like I said, that this is the synergy between the two counterparts. And the synergy that is coming into these connections through separation, the power that's coming into these connections through separation. So let's check out the Quantum Oracle and see what messages we have going on. I don't know if we can top those beautiful messages, though, that we got from Earth Magic, but let's see. So I definitely feel calmer energies. What's going on with the masculines, please? Can we have a message from the masculine to the feminine? What would the masculine say to the feminine right now if he could? What messages would the masculine like to convey? Okay, thank you. It's funny, this came out and I put it back in and then it came out again. Stuck energy. So the masculines are in this energy. They want to convey to their feminine that they are still currently feeling stuck. This card has been coming up. It's almost annoying me because it's coming up so frequently in the readings. Even the readings that I do, personal readings or readings for myself or friends. My cat is losing his mind. I don't know if you guys can see him. Okay. The feline power. Anybody else? Cat ladies? Cat ladies or cat dads? Okay. Too many cards, Spirit. What other messages? I feel like there's some disoriented messages coming up from the masculines. They know that you deserve the best and they're feeling stuck currently as to how to give that to you in the 3D. So this is their 5D self conveying that they know that you are the deserving woman. They know that you deserve the world. And they're confused as to how to give that to you at this present time in the 3D. And we already knew this. That's why we're in separation, because if they were healed and they were ready to come forward, you trust that they would, right? We have faith that they would come forward. So let's find out. Are there any other messages from the masculines, please? Thank you. Yeah, they want to give you the new beginnings. This is their 5D higher self coming out very strongly here, that they want to give you the new beginnings that they know that you deserve. Okay, so even if their 3D self is feeling stuck or hemming and hawing or going back and forth, it doesn't matter because their 5D self is coming forward very strongly and saying, I know you deserve this. I know I deserve this. They're also realizing that they're deserving of you. They're deserving of a partner who is going to love them for who they are and who's going to see them, who's going to actually be able to give them what they've always wanted. They're starting to realize that they're deserving and they want to give you that new beginning. And for some of you, they want to have children with you because there's a child there in the middle of this new beginnings card. So what would the feminine say back to her masculine? What is the current energy? What would the feminine say back to her masculine? She would say, use your intuition. And he would say, of course, I'm embodying wolf energy and I'm already using my intuition and instinct. So she's telling him, use your intuition, right? Use your insight and intuition. That's going to give you the answers that you're seeking. So she's teaching him in the 5D. She's showing him in dream state in the 4D and in the 5D. When you speak to him, you're teaching him. He's learning. I'm not going to pick that up. Decided. She's also saying that she knows that there's been conflict in your connection, and she knows that both of you want to step away from this conflict. She also feels like there's conflict in the karmic situation, is what I'm hearing. Again, guys, karmic situation doesn't have to be a person. So let's clarify that conflict card. Yeah, so, okay. So there's a feeling of loss, you know, in conflict in this situation. The feminine's feeling a little heartbroken and she's feeling like, when are you ever going to come forward? You know, I hear this, I'm hearing this in readings, I'm seeing this, I'm reading this, but it's been so long and I haven't seen this in the 3D. In fact, I'm seeing the opposite of what these readings are telling me in the 3D. So the feminine's feeling like, can we just, you know, can we just apologize? Can we just move forward away from this conflict? And can we just understand that we can never lose each other? Can we just follow our intuition and follow our hearts that says that this is a meant to be, that this is a destined connection? So what's going on? What are the combined energies? What messages want to come forward from spirit for the combined energies of the masculine and feminine? Yeah, the vast universe. The universe is supporting these connections. The universe is supporting the end of separation, the end of karmic cycles. And with Saturn in Aquarius, as I've talked about, I'm going to do a detailed video on that, perhaps this weekend, if not early next week. But Saturn in Aquarius, we've got for 3 years. There's plenty of time for me to make that video. But that's really telling you that you're supported. You're fully supported. There's too many cards. What other energies want to come out? Okay. It's funny, the same energies want to come out. So both counterparts need to release fear. Both counterparts need to release fear and victim mentality. Both counterparts are feeling like they've been victims, you know, of the connection. And I'm giggling a little bit because it's really silly because this is a gift, but you know, the ego says, "Oh, this is, you know, this is torturous. This is, you know, why me?" I mean, I've said it myself. I've, you know, pled to get off this journey. I've tried. And it doesn't work. It never works. But both counterparts are being asked to step out of that victim mentality and also to rely on their friends right now. I'm hearing friends more than colleagues. So the angels want me to go to the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. So we've got some chakra cards in here. We've got some cards that resemble major arcana. We've got all kinds of cards in here. And this card just wanted to come out. It's been coming out also. So we are getting repeating messages, guys, which I think is a really positive sign because it is showing that we are getting validation. And remember, if we're doing daily readings, a lot of the same cards are going to show up. So we'll start to see changes, you know, more on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis. But doing it every day, we are going to see some of the same energies. But that is validation that the messages we're receiving are clear. So both twins are being asked to work on and heal their heart chakra. Oh my gosh, I've been talking too much today. Both twins are being asked to heal their heart chakra, okay? Both twins are being asked to heal from the past. And I'm hearing this is more of the past and the connection, not necessarily like childhood past, but the past and the connection, to forgive one another and to forgive themselves for any missteps that they may have taken or things they may have said. Yeah, they're both are discontent and bored in their current situation, but this is more so the masculines. They're not happy. This card has come up too the past few days. And by the way, I have shuffled these cards really well. They're both bored. They're both bored and discontent. And the masculines, guys, they're not content where they are. It's not a content situation. They might be pretending, but the thing is if they're pretending externally, they can no longer pretend to themselves. The moment that you met your masculine in the physical, you activated. There was a Kundalini activation. There was a soul merging that took place, and life can never go back to the way it was. I think the masculines some of them are trying to right now, and they think that they can just turn back the clock and pretend like they never met you and pretend like the connection isn't there, but you can't do that. And so there's no way that they're going back into those situations and connections the same person. There's no way that they're giving the same energy. And so whoever they're with is going to feel that, right? Their family is going to feel that something is different. They can't contain it. They can't suppress it anymore. They can't, pretend it's not there. It's not possible. The universe and what's happening globally, all these events are pushing them. We're being pushed into higher consciousness. We're being pushed into connecting to these light code activations. We're being pushed to be who we truly authentically are and to unapologetically be that person. And the masculines are too, and they're getting really fed up. Masculines don't like to be discontent and bored. They like to be busy. So we've got base chakra. So there is some root chakra healing going on. Again, I'm feeling this more so for the masculines, but the feminines are also working on creating abundance in their lives. They're working on their spiritual gifts and they're working on their creative endeavors. So, but the masculines are working on this more in terms of realizing what stability actually means, and that it doesn't mean money or a fancy house or fancy cars or a fancy job or fancy titles. They're realizing that it means more than what the material world can offer. And they're realizing the person that can give them that stability and foundation that they've always craved in their heart and their soul is their feminine. The one and only person is their feminine. There is abundance and fertility in this connection. For some of you, of course, this is connected to actual children, but I strongly feel this is connected to creative endeavors for the feminines. This is another card that's coming up a lot for the feminines. Really honoring, again, we have green heart chakra energy. As you honor that heart chakra energy, you start to honor your creative nature, your feminine nature, embodying the divine empress that you are, and realizing that you're connected to source and source is connected to you. And I also see fertility, meaning there's fertility for new beginnings inside of these connections, and awareness. So both twins are starting to really open up that crown chakra and to really come into a deeper awareness of themselves, of their path, of their truth, of their authentic true purpose, and of their connection to each other. What does it mean to be a twin flame? What does it mean to step into my mission? What does it mean to be a divine feminine? What does it mean to be a divine masculine? What does it mean to serve humanity? What does it mean to be a light worker? What does it mean to ascend? So both feminines and masculines are aware. And in case you guys were wondering, this is a woke masculine. He's not asleep anymore. So please remember to be careful with the way you speak about him, because he is a reflection of you and he hears you. He is awake, okay? He is awake and he is powerful. I want to just finish up the reading today with getting a few cards from the Angel Answers deck by Radley Valentine. Can we have some advice, angels, for whoever is watching this, divine feminines, divine masculines? Thank you. Communicate clearly. So clearing throat chakra and healing throat chakra. Romance, focus on romance. That's heart chakra. So throat chakra, heart chakra, and base chakra. Heart chakra, healing the heart chakra. Bringing in romance. Bring in romance into your own life, okay? If you're in separation, romance the shit out of yourself. I would say take yourself on dates, but there's nowhere to go. Cook yourself a nice dinner, run yourself a bath. Improving health. So use this time of separation to work on your physical health, to work on your emotional health, to create balance in your life. Start up that exercise routine that you've been saying you're going to do for 2 years. Not that I know anything about that. And take care of yourself, right? Start yoga. You've been saying that, right? For how long? Start yoga or get back to your practice. There's really no excuses now, especially if you're working from home or you're taking a break from work due to what's going on in the world. Work on your health. Remain positive. The angels want you to remain positive about the situation, about what's going on in the world, and about your own personal circumstances. Remember, what we focus on expands. Ask for help from others. So make sure that you're open to asking for help from the people that understand, not the people who are very 3D, who are like, oh, what are you doing? He or she's no good for you. You know, you should just walk away. No, they don't understand. This is not a 3D connection. And no need to worry. So release the fears, release the worries, meditate, go outside if you can. And, you know, people are getting creative. People are going on roofs, you know, to do marathon running. It's crazy. But get outside, get some fresh air. I'm really hearing get some fresh air, take a deep breath, and no need to worry. Everything is falling into place. I'm going to pull one more card. Yes, Frankie. What? What? Frankie says, don't worry. Says, don't worry. Be happy. So 2, get more information. So wait until you have more information before you jump to conclusions. Okay, just because your masculine is not responding or your feminine is not responding right now, don't jump to conclusions. You don't know the whole picture. We're not getting the whole picture in the 3D. This one wanted to come out to forgiveness. Heart chakra, guys, heart chakra healing. Focus on forgiving your counterparts. Okay, you can be angry. You're allowed to be angry, and then you need to heal that, let it go, and release it, and learn to cultivate forgiveness. Learn to, you know, there's a Hawaiian prayer, Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. You can start with yourself, and then you can start with other people in your life, and you can start with your counterparts. We'll start with yourself first, and then when you're ready, you can start forgiving other people, and then you can start to direct that towards your counterpart. This will do wonders for all of your relationships. It's a beautiful history. It's a beautiful story if you want to look it up. There's a book by Joe Vitale. I forget what it's called, but if you look up Joe Vitale, Ho'oponopono, I read the entire thing a couple times. It's very eye-opening, and it's a miraculous healing that took place regarding with the use, you know, with the constant use and application of Ho'oponopono. So it's beautiful. It's simple, but that doesn't mean that it's not powerful. So we're going to end there. I hope this reading was helpful, and I hope it was clarifying and empowering. If so, guys, please do drop me a like and a comment, share the page, or share the channel, share the videos, and subscribe if you haven't. Welcome to this beautiful family. Welcome to this beautiful community. And I'll be back for another video tomorrow, guys. Have a beautiful night.